Well, it's kind of hard to keep up with all the insanity with DOA because I'm like, okay, there's the recent protest that happened on Father's Day, and DOA could not go to that because legally he was barred. For those just coming into the conversation, real quick, basically DOA is this very erstwhile, I guess that's the nicest way to put it, activist who hooked up with Aaron Smith Levin and some of the ex-Scientologists and some of the non-ex-Scientologists like Marilyn, and was basically doing a lot of screaming, ranting in Los Angeles. Now, that's not to say everything he does is negative. He does do some good activism on Palestine. Mostly, it's this very self-promotional activism, and he's hooked up with many different people, BLM, January 6th people. It's very, very confusing. The convoy a few years back, it's all very confusing. But DOA wants to reassure us. You can say many things about him, but he's not a racist. He's definitely not a racist. One, that is not true. I did catch it myself. Someone put out a very good video showing clips from years and years ago, him berating these Muslims and apparently Arabs and calling them Al-Qaeda. So no, he's definitely got racist sentiment. So want to be clear there. There is evidence of racism. I want to be very clear there. However, apparently that's not enough. We have to create new phony charges of racism. And there I'm going to defend DOA. I don't see the point of creating false accusations of racism are not helpful. They're not helpful at all. So we're just going to listen to a bit of the audio where DOA confronts someone about this false accusation, and there's admission saying, yeah, we don't really know for sure. I heard around the grapevine that you are anti-Mexicano. Where is this coming from? We don't know. Apparently it's just a rumor. I would assume this is Streets LA, but I don't quite know. Apparently this is in the air, and DOA confronted the issue, and I would have to agree, there doesn't seem to be a substance here.
Whatever you going on, I got no part of this, whatever it is. Yeah, but why'd you say that I said all Mexicans should go back to the border? I don't know, that's what I heard. I didn't say, but that was a lie, dude. All my closest friends are Spanish, dude. Okay. So you owe me an apology for lying about me. I'm not saying nothing. Why aren't you gonna...
Now, to be fair to the guy, he's just saying, and that's not good either, saying, oh, I just heard it through social media. So on social media, the rumor is that DOA is anti-Mexican, he's pro-ICE. Now, I will say, trying to disentangle his politics is really hard. Like, I'm going through this thing where he's being accused of anti-Semitism, and I'll put a video out on that. As far as I can tell, there really wasn't a basis for it. But I was patient. I was like, okay, these are serious accusations. Let's go through it, and there really wasn't anything there. I mean, I understand that the person was like angry that DOA is not more pro-Israeli, but not being pro-Israeli does not equate to being anti-Semitic. Also, for the record, DOA has shown up at a lot of the ICE protests, just to be clear. Now, he may be doing it to be a grifter and make money and promote himself, but he has shown up to the ICE protests. So, want to be clear there. That said, he has admitted in the past to being very pro-Trump, right? And he has delved into some pretty weird conspiracy stuff. Now, whether you think that's enough to label him anti-Semitic, or anti-Jewish, or racist, maybe, maybe not. I have seen the audio and seen the video where he was definitely very racist towards who this group was, apparently a bunch of Muslims. And this was like a normal thing. DOA would just drive around and just rant and rave about Al-Qaeda, and that the Al-Qaeda were all PDs and the PDs are Al-Qaeda. Okay? But again, to be fair to him, he just does that normally. He will just drive around, start fights, and widely accuse people of being PDs for reasons. He just does that normally. He will just drive around, start fights, accuse people, label people, and then just drive off. So again, let's be fair to both sides. I think it's correct that DOA is like, false accusations bad, but he does it all the time. I mean, habitually, he will just put out insane accusations, and you are like, okay, do you have anything for that? And sometimes he has something, sometimes not. And you do look at a lot of times, it's like, well, I understand why you said it, but the evidence here is very weak. So why are you saying these things? But I don't know. But now he's getting self-righteous, like, you didn't know. That's a phony accusation. You need to take that back. I agree. Phony accusations don't help. But he's been guilty of the same thing. So, yeah, very kettle black logic there. I don't think that makes sense, but that's me. And again, I'm trying to be absolutely fair, but that other guy apparently, when he trailed off, did utter some anti-gay slurs at DOA. Make of that what you will. But and also, that's a little bit fake that DOA is now super pro-gay ally. When did that happen? I don't know. That seems a very recent turn because he befriended Liz Ferris, who is gay, and now he's friends with Nora, who is also the gay. But is he really a dedicated queer ally? I don't know. That seems kind of iffy and suspicious. But then again, Liz Ferris and Nora and their queer activism is not very strong. It's just them shouting, I'm queer, we're gay, a lot, and playing with Pokemon, which is fine. And Lara likes to play sports, or at least she pretends to, and collects a lot of sports memorabilia, including this insane collection of caps. And that's the gay activism now. So, yeah, it's pretty silly all around. I'm just trying to get to the rock bottom truth. So, if he has uttered some anti-Hispanic, anti-immigrant sentiment, I'd say, yeah, he's uttered anti-immigrant sentiment towards Muslims or non-whites generically, but towards Hispanic people in particular, that doesn't seem to hold up because he's good or bad. He is allies with a lot of Hispanic people. A lot of Hispanic people are his fans. So, yeah, that doesn't ring true. Again, whether you like these people or don't like these people, I think it's fair to say that they are Hispanic, like Ashley and a few other people. So there we go. That gives them credibility. Maybe, maybe not. I do find it hilarious that Streets LA and Jessica Paul Medessa are trying to be the gatekeepers of Hispanica America. Like, they will now be taking care of Latin America. And just for the record, I grew up Hispanic. I've never heard of Streets LA before a few years ago. Never heard of Jessica Paul Medessa. So if there are these great La Raza activists, well, that's news to me. I don't think they have any credibility there. That's my opinion. But Streets is trying to invoke the spirit of Mexicanas, Latinas, Latinx, and the spirit of Zach De La Rocha. Fist in the air. Right. Right. Well, maybe Streets is very pro Chicano or pro Mexicano, but I'm not seeing evidence of that either. He seems to be a little wobbly and all over the place. But hey, he showed up at the ICE protests, just to be fair to him, for the same reason, self promotion. But I just want to track down this charge because it's apparently in the air, and I'm like, okay, can you call DOA a racist? I think you can, but you have to be very specific. And that was a few years ago. I want to be fair. I'm not saying forgive and forget. I'm just saying that video was from years ago when he was much younger. So today he's putting himself out as BLM, pro-Hispanic, anti-ICE, anti-Trump. But he also was a very pro-Trump guy too. So is this just how the Trump fandom has changed? It's metamorphosized into two groups. The people have gone much more strongly down the white nationalist road, and other people have become these weird pro-queer woke people. I don't know. I've never been particularly pro-Trump. I've always been suspicious of the guy, so I can't really speak to that. I thought he was a good entertainer back in the day. That's about it. So DOA racist or not, I would say he was racist in the past. That's the strongest evidence. Is he racist today? Well, no, he is trying to help a few black people with some pretty horrific cases of them being railroaded. And he does have Hispanic allies. Is it all a con job? Is he a racist in disguise? I don't know. But the current evidence is a little bit more chaotic and erratic. But I would agree with DOA reluctantly, like just spreading rumors for no reason. Why? And to just say, oh, it's on social media. I'm not a part of that. You should talk to the guy. Well, you should be clear that, okay, these are rumors and these are rumors as rumors. If you want to spread the rumors as rumors, that's fine. But just saying, yeah, I heard about it. I heard about it. Okay, you heard about it. Well, is there any evidence? No, I just heard about it. Okay, well, what if I've heard that you're part of the ICE, FBI, KKK conspiracy? Can I say that? Would that be fine? Labeling you a KKK neo-German, whatever? No, that's just stupid. I will say on a final note, some videos attacking DOA, just to let people know, just to be clear on information here, I found this pretty hilarious that this person, one of the people putting out these videos on DOA, oh, racism is bad. I'm not joking with you, because I was criticizing a neo-Nazi. They were like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm criticizing neo-Nazism. It's like, I don't care. Who cares? So neo-Nazism bad, right, is bad. Me saying neo-Nazism bad is bad. Racism is okay, I guess. But now racism is bad. Okay, how does that work? How does it magically now that racism is good? Oh, wait, no, it's not good anymore with DOA. Racism bad with DOA. Racism is okay. I mean, neo-Nazis, I really don't care. Alrighty then. So we don't care about the neo-Nazis. We care about DOA racism. The DOA racism is really bad, but the neo-Nazi racism, I mean, it's like out there, but I really don't care. Right.